What's happening, Big K.A.? We back in this thing. K. Too good to sleep with a cutter, El Patron, you know, the big dog. He want a ton. We here to talk. Chris Breezy, Christopher Brown sues Warner Brothers for 500 M's over abuse documentary. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when this abuse documentary did come out, like, it's different if Rihanna was doing it or whoever, but the fact Warner Brothers did this shit, now, honestly, the fact Chris Brown is still relevant, still famous to this day, it should not make sense with the whole Rihanna situation. If you don't know about the Rihanna situation, I don't know what rock you were living under, but basically, they dated for a period of time. I think they kind of dated afterwards. Don't get me too wrong. But anyways, with that being said, stuff happened, and basically he gave her the fisticuffs. You know, he gave her the old 1-2 pow zoom straight to the moon. And we not condoning that. We don't want men to hit women. Well, in general, don't hit nobody, I would say. And don't hit nobody unless it's warranted. Unless it's for sport or you trying to defend your life or your person close to you's life, you shouldn't be hitting people. Anyways, with that being said, basically the documentary came out. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this is a little late too soon. Because even with that shit happening, maybe it was because Rihanna forgave him, that his career still flourished. And honestly, Chris Brown is just so fucking talented that his career fucking continued. And he is who he is. He's Chris Brown. Now, with that being said, it's just a situation where it is a little messed up that this came out. Mind you, it took them a fucking years for them to do this R. Kelly documentary and bring more awareness to it and for us to see this thing. So again, I'm not mad at them putting out the documentary, but again, you can say Chris Brown can sue them for defamation if certain events didn't take place and certain events didn't happen. Now, again, in the public sphere, it would depend. Now, people have been in abusive relationships before, and people might not agree with Chris Brown. Now, listen, as much as we like to sit here and that's not right. Chris Brown, Caribbean parent, like, certain shit could get off in certain countries. Now you're in North America, you can't be doing that, which I do 100% agree with, but I can understand having that type of mentality because you were brought up in that type of ethics or environment that you could get some shit off, even though it's like, yeah, we don't do that. Unless she is like stabbing you, bro, I don't see you hitting a girl. That is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or she's trying to do bodily harm to you. There's no way you should hit a girl. Hit anyone in general. But yeah, it's going to be a tough thing to, I guess, prove. He's suing them for defamation. We'll see. I don't know if he signed with Warner Bros. What ties he has. I don't know where he is. Because to be fair, as much as we can say Chris Brown did all these shit, he is talented. You would probably want him on your books. Let's keep it a book. You would probably want him on your books. He's talented. Even without the promo and the restrictions he has, because they don't really promote him much, the nigga still sells and does decent numbers. You gotta give it to Briss. You would probably want that nigga on your label. Let's keep it a book. And he makes great songs. Like, he makes some good ass songs. I can't get he does. Anyways. It's crazy. Drake is suing for defamation. Now this nigga's suing for defamation. And they reconciled over their little issues for Rihanna. It's crazy. It's like a circle of light skins. But anyways, Drake is not the only superstar who is citing defamation. Chris Brown decided to take legal action against the production house Ample and Warner Brothers on Tuesday, January 21st. The singer is suing both over the release of the documentary series Chris Brown, A History of Violence. Okay, that title is a little crazy. Okay, Brown claims that the series was irresponsible with its content and presented sensationalized and debunked claims about his criminal past. Brown is seeking a whopping $500 million for the production house and company as a result. Chris Brown's legal team took the matters of the documentary series to task for presenting what they felt were half-truths. The singer is accusing Ample and Warner Bros. Of promoting as well as publishing defamatory claims about him and his personal life. He also cites the Jane Doe at the heart of the series. Chris Brown's legal team alleges that Doe has reportedly been discredited, yet she was presented in such a way as to sell viewers on her assault claims. The singer pointed out that the lawsuit filed by Doe was later withdrawn. If this is the one I'm thinking about the girl saying that Chris Brown allegedly forced himself upon her when it was like a party or like a cruise or some bullshit like that. That was disproven. So if that's the situation, then I did talk about that shit as well. The legal team also know that Chris Brown's history of violence dubs Brown as a serial rapist and sex abuse. Okay, I didn't know they were going this route. I thought they were going to say like he hits women. Sex abuse, it might be a stretch. Serial rapist might be a stretch. I'm not going to lie. Despite the fact he's never been convicted of a sex-related crime, despite being provided with proof that their narrative was false, the documentary states they went ahead and aired the series anyway. These documents also present Brown as someone who has owned up to his mistakes in the past, such as his assault on his ex-girlfriend Rihanna. He claims to have grown as a result of these mistakes. He accuses Ample and Warner Bros. Of promoting a counter-narrative for the sake of business. Also, I will say this. I don't know if Chris Brown is signed to Warner Music, but yeah, that's... Anyways, to put it simply, Chris Brown's legal team concluded this case is about the media putting their own profits over the truth. Chris Brown's legal team claims that the singer has suffered to his career and his reputation as a result of the documentaries. Honestly, before that, maybe a little bit more, maybe less opportunities or whatever. You're still Chris Brown. You got your money long. Let's keep that, no pun intended, because I think he has worked with her in the past. But also, nigga, your shit has suffered with the whole Rihanna situation. To be fair, that's the one sad thing about Chris Brown. Because we sit here and like, listen, I understand. We talk about Beyonce, Usher, all these people. Like, talent-wise, you cannot say Chris Brown ain't a talented motherfucker. You could call him every name in the book. But if you say that nigga ain't talented, you hating. Let's keep it a buck. So the fact that those stuff did happen and he kind of made headlines and all this other shit was going on with him, we can't really see him on the main stage. I would love to see Chris Brown at the Super Bowl. If we're just talking talent-wise, I feel like he can do that. I have seen some of his concerts. I always make the joke, the nigga did 27 backflips and started doing gang signs. You know what I'm saying? I really think how his shows are orchestrated and how he puts his time and effort into his shows and the performance and the choreography and all that, he could really do a great job. But I think certain things that happened in his past, the Rihanna situation and various other allegations and of that sort, we will never see that. He's not going to be given the chance. And it's sad because he's talented. If we put all the fuckery aside for a minute, he's very fucking talented. And honestly, I say this all the time. If he remained clean and none of that bullshit would have happened, he would have been one of them ones. Like, I still, talent-wise, he's still a great, in my opinion, but I do feel like, yeah, if none of the Rihanna shit, none of this other shit happened and he remained clean, I'm telling you, crazy. And he's already, like, amazing. But they would have been out of here. A star. We would be looking at niggas comparing, like, oh, that's the next Briss, that's the next Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying? Even though I love the nickname Briss, but it is what it is, man. Suffered to his career and his reputation. As a result of the documentary series, Chris Brown is seeking $500 million in damages and asserts that he will donate part of these proceeds to victims of sexual abuse. Ample and Warner Bros. Have not yet to respond to this. So, I ain't gonna lie, to call him a serial rapist, like, yeah, that's a little bit of a reach. Again, I don't know every Chris Brown situation, but I do know some to the point I could sit here and be like, I would not call that nigga a serial rapist without proper proof. Because, again, I do remember some of the times I have covered some of those situations and he did have proof that, yeah, Shorty was lying or it wasn't exactly as how the person said it. So, again, I feel like serial rapist is a stretch. It is a stretch. It's like when Trap Lord Ross says, oh, King Von is a serial killer. I get where you're going by definition and shit, but like, bro, these is niggas on the block. Like, I wouldn't say he's a serial killer. I'll just say he's a nigga, like, in the hood, doing what he gotta do to survive, and maybe he got a little bit overzealous, spinning back to get revenge for his friends that were taken away from him. Yeah, but I want to see where this goes. I don't really have nothing else to add. What do y'all think? Comments down below, links in the description. Besides that, it's your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing out for today. The Black TJ there while they're doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, try to hit a little bit more there. I mean, I'm gone. Slimes on peace, y'all, gang. Aye.